Record it. It's recording.
Okay, good. All right, and we can refer back to this. All right, so the Jets are going to make their entrance lot right. Okay. So as Stephanie said, the action begins with the Jets in possession of the area. This is going to happen really fast. Okay, so Stephanie, keep reading. This is basically just description of the characters. Their leader, Riff. Stephanie.
Oh my God, it's like a repeat of my life every single day. Okay. Their leader is Riff, glowing, driving, intelligent, slightly wacky. His lieutenant is Diesel, big, slow, steady, nice. The youngest member of the gang is Baby John, odd at everything, including that he is a jet, trying to act the big man. His buddy is Arab, an explosive little ferret who enjoys everything and understands the seriousness of nothing. The most aggressive is Action, a cat-like ball of fury. We will get to know the boy later, as well as big deal, a bespectacled, self-styled expert.
Okay.
The first interruption of the Jets' sunny mood is the
pause there.
sharply punctuated entrance of
Okay, pause there. All right, so yeah, the first interruption of the Jets is Bernardo. Okay. So Stephanie or Christine, can you talk about that? Please catch everybody up on casting before we move to that.
Yes. So unfortunately, Sebastian had to drop. So Carlos is now our Bernardo. Yes.
Where's oh, there he is. Okay, yeah.
Right below me.
All right, so thank you, Carlos, for stepping up to that role. We've also now got Jeremiah with us. Jeremiah, say hello. So he's going to be joining the Sharks as well.
Yes.
All right, fantastic. All right, so the entrance of Bernardo is going to be with the rest of the Sharks. So as I said here, where's my annotate? So the Jets are entering here. Bernardo is going to lead the Sharks here. And then they're going to kind of pass each other. So when the description in paragraph 3 says the Jets, by far the majority, flick him off. He returns with the other Sharks. They too are flicked off, but the numerical supremacy, the strength of Jets is gradually being threatened. The big beginnings of warfare are mild at first. A boy being tripped or being sandbagged with a flour sack or even being spit on, all with overly elaborate apologies. So basically what that means is the Jets and the Sharks are going to cross each other kind of in the middle here, and just they're going to be doing some like shoving and, you know, like flicking off and stuff like that. It'll become more clear as we get into that space. But that's generally the idea. And so you're kind of passing each other. So the Sharks are going to continue this way. The Jets are going to continue this way. All right, and they're kind of taunting each other in a way. And then the music stops, okay? And then the Sharks are going to continue up this way. The Jets are going to, actually, no, sorry. Let me take that back. Let me clear this. The Sharks are going to stop short of exiting. Now I'm backwards here. So the Jets came in this way, sorry. So the Jets are going to mostly exit, but go kind of backstage. The Sharks are going to stop short of exiting, kind of stay around lot right. So the music stops and Arab enters from upstage center. And remind me of who Arab is?
I'm
Cole.
Arab.
Griffin.
No.
Cole.
Cole.
Cole. Sorry, I can't see everybody on the screen.
Actually, I know all that. Griffin is Snowboy.
All right, so Cole, Arab. So you come down, enter from upstage center down to here, and it says you're flying kind of like an airplane, right? Because it in the stage directions here, it's a suddenly deserted area, right? Except the sharks are still kind of over here. But to you, it looks like a deserted area. So you're kind of taking this all in as your turf.
Gotcha.
For a moment, okay? But then the sharks notice, and then that's where they're gonna come in and kind of assault you. All right, so another shark, another, they're kind of ganging up on you. You try to escape, they close in. One of them was stationed a lookout, but not, we can ignore that. So basically what the idea is they're gonna have like a long rope, and they're gonna kind of from a distance, kind of like wrap you in it. And then Bernardo's going to, do that ear piercing thing that's in the script, and then it's referred to later. Okay.
Gotcha.
So Bernardo bends over Arab and makes a gesture, piercing his ear. The lookout whistles, and then so that's when the jets re-enter from here. Okay, and then that's when the rumble starts, or not the rumble, but this kind of a little bit of fighting. Not the rumble at the later on in the show, but you know what I'm talking about. And then it's stopped by a police whistle, louder and louder. And then that's when Shrank and Krupke. Oh, Javier's in the waiting room.
I thought
So
he was here at the time.
I did too. He must have got kicked out. Anyway, that's when Krupke and Shrank enter from upstage center. And the whistle blows, which is actually in the music. And then it's broken up. But by this time, there's going to be a little bit of choreography involved in this too, which Ayana is working on. But basically, you all are going to end up kind of spread out in this lot area.
And that's just the sharks and jets, because Krupke and Krupke can never say it right, and Shrank are right where that X is on stage, right?
Yeah, this is where they come in and the whistle blows.
Got it. Okay.
And then these both gangs out here in the lot, then they stop. Okay. All right, so that kind of brings us through that first part with these stage notes. Now, the next thing I want to do is I'm going to play the music so you guys get an idea of how long it's going to take to do this. And I'll kind of talk you through it as the music's playing. Here we're seeing the jets come on. At 17 seconds is when we'll see Bernardo with his gang arrive. Which is there. Now you're walking past each other, you're taunting each other, you're crossing. Taunting each other still, and then you get to your respective sides. Whoops. And then basically that's when you guys are kind of half exited. So the jets have gone off and the sharks have stopped short here by the end of that music. Okay. So during this silent time, that's when Arab is going to come down and do his little airplane thing through here. Okay, there's no music during that. All right. Then when the music starts again here, that's when the sharks are going to notice that Arab's there and they're going to gang up on him. So they're kind of trapping him, wrapping him up with the rope. And then at 36 seconds is when the pierce of the ear is when they get him on the ground. Okay, so then at that point, the jets are going to come back on. They're going to come back on, enter lot left. And I believe it is Riff that saves Arab. So he pulls him away from the sharks. And then there's going to be some choreographed movements for this little fight scene. And that's all going to take place again in this area. And let's get back to the music. All right, now Shrank has blown his whistle and he is, we can turn the page now. So Krupke and Shrank are entering from upstage center. The whistle is blown here. And on these next few lines, they're gonna end up at the top of the steps here downstage center. All right, so Krupke and Shrank are going to deliver their lines mostly from up here at downstage center. So knock it off, settle down. All right, kill each other, but not on my beat. And then Riff from down here is going to say his line, top of the day, Officer Krupke. And then Shrank says, boy, what do you Puerto Ricans have done to this neighborhood? Which one of them clobbered you, Arab? The gangs are all still in the lot. And then at this moment, when Riff says, as a matter of factuality, sir, we suspicion the job was done by a cop, on that line, Riff, you're going to move up to them. And then Big Deal says 2 cops. Wherever you are, you're going to move up to that spot too. And then Arab's going to do the same thing, at least. He's going to move up to that step. And then Krupke says impossible, and Shrank says his line. And then by the time that Riff says that the line, you told us the difference, sir, and we all chipped in for a prize, the first guy who can figure it out. By that line, all the rest of the jets have moved up to this step that's downstage center. Okay, so now the jets and the sharks are all separated. Then Action has his line.
Can you repeat that one more time, James?
Yeah, so I'll back up to Riff's line on the bottom of page 2. By the time Riff has said that line, all the jets, let me clear this. All the jets, no matter where they were, ended up at the end of that choreography, are going to end up at the bottom of the step here, downstage center, in front of Schrank and Krupke, who are standing here. So now all of the jets and all of the sharks are separated from each other because all of the jets are up here now. And then the sharks have kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? They've kind of consolidated through that, through the other ones moving up there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so when the jets come up to like the step, are they going to be kind of angled to where, I mean, their backs are not completely towards the audience, right? They're going to be somewhere.
Well, yeah, kind of. The way this is going to be set up, I'm not super concerned about backs to the audience because we have people seeing it from many different angles. So there's going to be some cheating out, but
I have a clarification question, James.
yes, Luke.
Did you say that you wanted the jets to be towards the steps at the top of upper lot by Riff's line on the bottom of page 2, or is it kind of just gradually?
So if we move up to Riff's line that says a matter of factuality, he's going to be the first one to move here. And then Big Deal on his line, he's going to move there too. And then Arab on his line, he's going to move there too. So now 3 of you are up there standing in front of Krupke and Schrank, right? Schrank's going to say his line, and then by the time, so I think the rest of the jets will move probably on Schrank's line. So by the time Riff says his line at the bottom of page 2, then all the jets are up here. Is that cleared up?
Yes, totally.
Okay, good. All right, so that leaves the jets still down here, okay? Action says his line, Schrank says his line, and Schrank is basically telling the sharks to leave, and then Bernardo, the leader of the sharks, says his line, "Let's go, sharks," and then they are going to. Oh, right. So the jets are all here. Schrank and Krupke are here. Schrank says, "Bernardo, get your trash out of here." What Bernardo's going to do is he's going to lead his shark group past them to exit upstage center. And of course, each gang is going to be looking at each other, giving them the stink eye.
I like how you did this. I feel like it really helps the cast like actually know.
Yeah,
We're
well,
looking at the stage since we're not on it right now.
well, for the last couple of weeks, I've been trying to teach my students how Earth moves around the sun, and so I've been using Google Draw a lot to kind of explain that. So I figured I'd do the same thing for everyone in the cast. So I have some practice. All right, so the sharks have exited upstage center, right? All right, so we've gone from the beginning to where the sharks exit. So how's everyone feeling about that so far?
Good. No, any questions or concerns?
Good, we're all pretty clear on that. All right, so then we move into the next part with, well, Shrike and Krupke leave pretty soon, and then we're left with just the Jets. All right, so now you guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I posted a link to the performance tracks on Band. So if you guys need to reference that, you should have access to the actual performance tracks that we're using. So if you need to brush up on this, you can go listen to those and kind of, imagine yourself in your blocking with the music. Okay. Do we need to go over that again, or are you guys solid? You've got good notes on that. You're good? All right.
We're going to run any of the lines because after Krupke and Schrank leave here, we're done until page 59. Are we going to run the lines at all tonight, or are we just going to do?
Yeah, we're going to run the lines.
Okay.
However, I am going to get the Sharks out of here earlier than the Jets because you guys kind of leave after this. All right, so if you need this again, Bernardo with his gang should be entering at 17 seconds of that first track. Oh, sorry, I missed something. So let me clarify that. So as I said, the Jets are entering here. So they're going to be the first gang we see as soon as the music starts. Bernardo needs to be here by 17 seconds. But I want actually the rest of the Sharks behind him a little bit, because Bernardo's going to encounter the Jets first before the rest of the Sharks end up behind him at 24 seconds. I forgot to mention that. So I'll play this again and we'll listen to it and I'll tell you how that's. All right, so it's walking in. There's crossing, and then at 17 seconds, we see Bernardo. Now, we're going to try to taunt Bernardo. And then at 24 seconds, so now we've seen the rest of the Sharks show up, kind of crossing. I honestly going to choreograph some of this. But by that time, remember the Jets have pretty much exited and the Sharks are lot right. Okay, and then Arab comes down the middle. And then the Sharks go through their thing with Arab, pierces his ear, and then the Jets come back on stage, the little brawl breaks out, and then we hear the whistle. All right, so now let's run those lines at the top of page 2. So we hear, I'm gonna actually, hang on, let me actually play I'm going to play the music so you can hear some of the underscore with those lines. Oh, and Jeremiah, by the way, your character's name is Indio. Okay, I'm going to start it kind of in the middle here. This is about where they're going to brawl. They get the last jabs in, and then Krupke and so Krupke and Christine, can you read for Krupke?
Yes.
So Krupke's line is going to start.
Knock it off, right? Is that where we're at?
Yep.
The second page? Okay. Knock it off, settle down.
All right, kill each other, but not on my beat.
Why, if it isn't Lieutenant Shrink?
Top of the day, Officer Krupke.
Boy, what you Puerto Ricans have done to this neighborhood. Which one of them clobbered you, Arab?
As a matter of factuality, sir, we suspicion the job was done by a cop.
2 cops.
Oh, at least.
Possible.
Didn't nobody tell you there's a difference between being a stool pigeon and cooperating with the law?
You told us the difference, sir, and we all chipped in for a prize for the first guy who can figure it out.
Maybe Buddy Boy should get the prize.
Don't buddy boy me action. I got a hot surprise for you. You hoodlums don't own the streets. There's been too much raiding between you and the PRs. All right, Bernardo, get your trash out of here. Please.
Let's go, Sharks.
If I don't put down the rough house, I get put down on a traffic corner.
Good pause there. Okay, so that's basically how it's going to go. Pretty straightforward, right? Any questions? All right, so then that's it for the Sharks, unless the Sharks have any other burning questions. We're going to move on with the rest of the scene, and then you guys are gone.
Is that it for Shrank also?
Not yet. I'm going to give you a little bit more blocking.
Okay.
All right. Oh, did I tell the Sharks where they're going to exit? Yeah, you're exiting upstage center, passing the Jets and Krupke and Shrank, and then you're gone. All right. All right, Sharks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night. We'll
Bye,
see you
guys.
soon. Remember to practice your music. All right, so moving on. Sharks have left. Now Shrank has his line there in the middle of the page. If I don't put down the rough house, I get put down. So on that line, Hal, what you're gonna do is you're gonna step down to the upper lot. So just off of that step there.
Right. Got it.
Okay. So on that line, if I don't put down the rough house, I get put down. So you're stepping down, and then you're down on their level on the line on a traffic corner.
Okay.
And then Krupke is stepping down behind you. And then he says, goodbye, boys. And then you're both gonna exit. Let's see. I said lot right, and I must have had a reason for that. So I guess you're gonna enter or exit lot right.
Okay.
And that's it. That's it for Shrank and Krupke for now. Did you want to say your line there? Let's back up. Bernardo says, "Let's go, Sharks." They exit.
If I don't put down the roughhouse, I get put down on a traffic corner. Your friend don't like traffic corners, so you buddy boys are gonna play ball with me. I gotta put up with them, and so do you. You're gonna make nice with them PRs from now on, because otherwise I'm gonna beat the crap out of every one of you and then run you in. Say goodbye to the boys, Krupke.
Goodbye, boys.
And-
Goodbye, boys.
And they exit. All right, good. All right, Hal, any questions before I let you go?
I got it so far. Thank you.
All right, fantastic. Well, you're filming or something, rehearsing tomorrow for that movie?
No, in fact, that's the movie's been canceled because somebody got work colleagues with COVID, so we're canceling that.
Oh, that's.
But now I'm starting to work on Steel Magnolias at DTW's.
Okay, cool. All right, that's a great. Christine loves that show.
That's my favorite.
All right, well, Hal, well, thanks so much, and we'll see you next time. I'm gonna be updating the schedule here for the next few weeks, so we'll have a better idea of future rehearsals. All right, have a good night.
All right, thanks a lot. Good night. Say good night to the nice boys. Good night.
All right, so now we're left just with the our little Jets here. Cole, you have a question?
Yeah, this is not so much a question, but since this is like technically my first rehearsal, and I know that the roles have kind of been shifting, would it be okay to like just like re-share our names and roles?
Oh,
yeah. Well, yes, but once we get it solidified.
Okay. Oh, okay.
We've been hesitant. Yeah, we've been hesitant to share it just because we've had a few changes, but once it's set in stone, then
I think I just meant like with each other right now, because I don't know who everyone is playing.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go check my burgers on the barbecue. You guys introduce yourselves.
my name is Christine. I'm playing Krupke. Woo! Sometimes Riff. Hopefully Tony. Who knows? Just kidding. Go ahead, Luke.
Hello, my name is Luke. I'm playing Baby John.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Joseph. I'm playing Action.
Hello, I'm Griffin, and I'm playing Snowboy.
Hi, I'm Gavin. I'm playing Big Deal.
I'm Scott, and I'm playing Riff.
Laura, I'm Anybody's.
And I'm Cole, and I'm playing Arab.
Awesome.
And I'm Stephanie, and I'm your stage manager / snack person / cheerleader / we'll see what else I come up with in titles I give myself.
All right, so Krupke and Frank have left. Now you guys are kind of making fun of them. We're going to go into the Jets song real quick here. So you guys kind of stay in that same spot. Let's see. Yeah, so you guys are going to stay in this same spot here in the upper lot. You say your line, goodbye, boys. They make a very nice couple. You hoodlums don't own the streets. You're mocking. And then in the middle of page 4, Riff's line where he says, we do own it. Riff, that's where you're going to step up onto the stage. Okay, this is going to be your soapbox. So you step up, you say, we own it. Jets, square off. Aceman. All right, so this is where you guys kind of fall into line like you're in the military. Okay, so he says square off. Aceman, Diesel, Action, and Big Deal line up at attention. So that's when you three are gonna jump up on here as well. He says Rocketmen, and then the rank and file. So anybody's is not here yet. So I need to figure out, let me take a look here. All right, so we've got Aceman, 3 others line up. All right, so Diesel, Action, and Big Deal are the first to jump up there. He says Rocket Men. Sorry, who do we have left? No one. And then Arab trudges into position, Baby John behind him. All right, so basically on those lines, Aceman, Rocketman, Rank and File, you're all just going to be jumping up onto the stage, kind of flanking him, you know, at attention like a military person. All right, and then Baby John says his line. So Arab and Baby John, you're going to have to be in proximity because Baby John's going to notice it. The blood on your ear. He says, I'm casual. All right, so we move through these lines. You're all in the same spots. And then I'm jumping down to the bottom of page 5. Okay, so this is where anybody's comes in. Stage center. And anybody's, you're gonna run in from upstage center.
So is this my first entrance?
Yes. Now, I haven't quite decided if, and because what I was thinking about this is that I kind of want to see you trying to get into some of the rumble parts, or kind of that action that's going on in the beginning before Krupke and Schrank show up. So what I might have you do is, I do want to see you in that, but you're going to have to kind of disappear before Krupke and Schrank show up. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Because I do want you to have your own entrance at this part. Okay, so you've exited during that brawl. So, okay, where are we? All right, so action says, and what are we doing about it? And then anybody runs in from upstage center, pushing through the gang, comes a scrawny teenage girl dressed in an outfit that's pathetic attempt to imitate that of the Jets, perhaps, blah, 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 blah. And then they have their lines, and so on and so forth. A rumble, chung chung, cool action boy. So you guys are kind of all improvising on these lines. Now, these lines, they're kind of these, I don't know, signature lines that you have. So action says chung chung a couple of times. So you're just kind of improvising some, like, you know, chung chung or vroom vroom or cracko jacko. It feels kind of silly to say those things out loud, but I want you to make it like, I want you to commit to something that's not gonna sound stupid, okay? Because you guys, I mean, you're gang members. You actually believe what you're saying, and this is your way of kind of expressing that. Anyway, so you kind of, I want you to kind of improvise on whatever movement you make for your line. I want it to kind of make sense, and then use that every time you say that same line if it repeats itself. So I know action says chung chung a couple of times. Snowboys, rig-a-dig-a-dum, pam pam, you know, stuff like that. So throughout this, throughout these last couple of pages, after Krupke and Schrank leave, you guys are kind of, oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. You guys are kind of using this space downstage center here with Riff in the middle. So this is kind of a plan that you're coming up with. All right, and then middle of page 8, the Jet song starts. And then you've got to get through these lines pretty quickly before Riff starts singing. And then Riff, as you start sing, yeah, so when you start singing, when you're a Jet, you're gonna lead the gang down here to center lot. Depending on timing, maybe all the way down. Okay. And then you're all following him during that. And this isn't really going to be choreography. This is just staging right now while Riff's singing. So then you all end up kind of right here. And then this is where we're saying that the following lines. So I know Tony, like I know me, I guarantee you can count them in. So on and so forth. So we say those lines. Page 10. Did I hear a question?
Yeah, just a quick question. Do you want anybody's in Jet song?
Um,
I just wasn't sure if I should sing it, if you wanted me to learn it.
Yes. Yeah.
Woohoo! Great.
All right. So we're on page 10, the top with that dialogue there. And then as Scott told us the other day, were those lyrics there where it says all, that's cut. So we just continue on with those lines at the end of page 10. And then Riff exits.
Hey, James, quick question.
Yeah.
When are the Jets moving downstage? I think I missed that.
They're moving down with Riff. So
Okay.
when he starts singing When You're a Jet, he's going to start to move down off the stage to the upper lot and then continue down to lower lot. And you guys are going to be following behind him.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So during that first section of the song, basically.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. And then so Riff exits lot right after he says, meet Tony and me at 10 and walk tall. And then Arab says, we always walk tall. We're Jets, the greatest. All right. And then the rest of the Jets left. The remaining choreography there for the rest of that song is taking place here. And then we end the song at Ever Mother Lovin' Street. And then you all exit lot right. Do-do, 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 do. And then you're gone.
You said they exit lot right at the end of the song?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so let's start back at the middle of page 7 and run through those lines. And then I also want to give you kind of a sense of how fast the music moves so you can get familiar with what it's going to sound like on those lines. So I'm going to play the music at the appropriate time, but let's just start. Actually, no, we need to start. Oh, middle of page 3. All right, so Krupke, start with goodbye, boys, and then Snowboy, you'll pick it up.
Goodbye, boys.
Goodbye, boys.
They make a very nice couple.
You hoodlums don't own the streets.
Go play in the park.
Keep off the grass.
Get out of the house.
Yeah, keep off the block.
Get out of here.
Keep off the world. A gang that don't own the street is nothing.
Oh, we do own it. Jets, square off. Ace men, rocket men, rank and file.
Gee, you just got blood on it.
I'm a casual, baby John.
Those PRs, they branded you.
That makes you a Puerto Rican tomato. Cha-cha-cha, senorita.
Cut the frabba-jabba. Which one of the sharks did it?
Bernardo, because I hear him say, "This is for stink bomb in my old man's store."
Ouch.
You should have done worse. Them PR's the reason my old man's gone bust.
Who says?
My old man says.
My old man says his old man was gonna bust anyway.
Your old man says what?
My old man says them Puerto Ricans is ruining free enterprise.
And what are we doing about it?
Gassin, crabbing.
You still around?
Listen, I was a smash in that fight. Oh, Riff, I was murdered.
Come on, anybody's.
Riff, how about me getting in the gang now?
How about the gang getting in? Who'd wanna?
Oh, you cheap beast.
The road, little lady, the road. Round out. We fought hard for this territory, and it's ours. But with those cops serving us cover, the PRs can move in right under our noses and take it away. Unless we speed fast and clean them up in one all-out fight.
Okay,
A rumble.
let me pause there for a second. So I hope you guys know that these lines are kind of gonna have to be one on top of each other. So obviously with Zoom, like it's not, it's kind of impossible to do that. But just know that before the last person ends their line, you're starting yours. That's just how they're gonna be talking. And then Arab, that line about how about the gang getting in? So that's kind of the way I read it is kind of like a joke about, I don't know, getting in, like who'd wanna. So
Yeah.
does that make sense? I don't really
Yeah.
want to say what it is, but you get what it is. Kind of like I don't know. I don't love it, but
Well, it's meant to insult anybody's.
right.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right. So action. Start where you were.
A rumble. Chung chung.
A cool action, boy. The Sharks want to place too, and they are tough. They might ask for bottles or knives or zip guns.
Zip guns? Gee.
I'm only saying they might, and we gotta be prepared. Now, what's your mood?
I say go.
If they say knives or guns.
I say forget the whole thing.
What do you say, Riff?
I say this turf is small, but it's all we got. I want to hold it like we always held it, with skin. But if they say switchblades, I'll get a switchblade. I say I want the Jets to be number one, to sail, to hold the sky.
Oh. We don't have a diesel right now, do we, Christine or Stephanie?
Oh, sorry. I didn't even know that.
No, I'm just making sure.
What page are we on?
Middle
No,
of
'cause Colby's
page
diesel.
7.
Middle page. Okay, I'll be Diesel.
Oh, that's Kobe. So Kobe's diesel, but he wasn't able to make it tonight.
Okay, then rev us off. Voom.
Chung chung.
Cracko Jacko.
Rig-a-dig-a-dum.
Pam, pam.
Did we lose Scott? Oh, wait, did I hear that line? Top of page 8?
His Zoom is like cutting in and out.
Oh.
Oh, do you want me to say it again?
Riff, could you say your line again at the top of page 8?
Yeah. Okay, buddy boys, we rumble. Now, protocality calls for a war council to decide on weapons. I'll make the challenge to Bernardo.
You gotta take a lieutenant.
That's me.
That's Tony.
Who needs Tony?
Against the Sharks, we need every man we got.
Tony don't belong no more.
Cut it, Action Boy. I and Tony started the
Well, he acts like he doesn't want to belong.
You wouldn't want to belong to the Jets.
Tony ain't been with us for over a month.
What about the day we clobbered the Emeralds?
Which we couldn't have done without Tony.
He saved my ever-loving neck.
Right. He's always come through for us. Now he will, and he will now. I know Tony like I know me. I guarantee you can count him in.
In, out like a kraken.
Where are you gonna find Bernardo?
At the dance tonight at the gym.
But the gym's neutral territory.
I'm gonna make nice there. I'm only gonna challenge him.
Great, Daddy-O.
So everybody dress up sweet and sharp. Meet Tony and the attendant. Walk off.
We always walk tall.
We're Jets.
The greatest.
Yeah, so you see kind of how fast this one goes because we're already at when you're a Jet, you're the top cat in town. So let me just rewind it just a little bit. Jets, the greatest. When you're a Jet, you're the top cat in town. You're the gold medal kid with the hat you there's a cricket. Here comes the Jets like a bat out of hell. Someone gets in our way, someone else feels so well. On the Jets, the wild the sky better go on the ground, better run, the ground. The king of the city, hanging the visitors red. Here comes the Jets, and we're gonna be every last fucking game on the whole fucking street, on the whole heaven.
Real quick, I don't know if Cole knows this, but that part after Riff says, so everybody dress up sweet and sharp, the part all, that's cut out, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you knew that. Okay.
Yeah. I heard it. I caught on.
Okay, yeah. All right. So that's kind of the timing of that whole thing. And so as far as the only blocking I gave you was up until Riff leaves. Okay, and then Arab, we always walk tall, we're Jets, the greatest. And then when we move into that, the rest of that song with the Jets minus Riff, Ayana's going to give you choreography for that. Okay, and then you, of course, like I said, you all exit lot right, and that is it for that scene. All right, how do you guys feel about that? Good. All right, any questions? Any thoughts, any concerns? Luke?
This isn't related to like specific blocking itself, but is there any way you could share that Google sheet of the stage layout?
Yeah.
Like, I would just love to have that like physical to be able to write everything out to keep it track rather than like writing notes about it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I will share a copy of this in band for you guys to have. But yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, anything else? We've got that blocked. Hopefully you guys took detailed notes. And so we'll come back to this at some point, but to refresh your memories, but that's it for the first 12 pages. That's how it's gonna go. Any thoughts, Christine, before we go?
No thoughts. Just I know yesterday you guys saw what I did, or no, was it yesterday or was it today? I don't know. Either today or yesterday when I put that picture of like Bella and Bryant together. I'm gonna do that with like everybody. So I'm gonna get some new headshots from people and stuff like that. So that way, you know, because we're gonna need headshots for the program too. So I'm gonna reach out to certain people. But yeah, so when I post that like every day, if you're on there, please share, you know, ticket sales. Yeah, just share. But I'm so proud of you guys. I don't know if you saw, but I started tearing up when you guys started like, you know, saying your lines. It just makes me so happy. And you guys just look like you're having so much fun. And I'm just so excited. That is all.
All right, excellent. Well, this is recorded. So